Hey everyone, it's Lisa here and welcome to the Crafty Maven Getaway channel for Art Party Friday. Woohoo! So this is my favorite day of the week, not only because it's Friday, but because it's art party. So today I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I do have the inspiration piece right here. Now, let me kind of break down. I kind of have a thought on how I want to use stuff, but I don't know how it's gonna go all incorporated together. I am working in my Dilutions art journal. This is the large art journal. It has already been gessoed. I did forget to tape my spine, so hopefully it doesn't get too yucky on the other side. So this has already been pre-gessoed and dried and it's ready to go. So when I'm looking at this inspiration piece, there's a couple things that I'm like, ooh, I want to try and incorporate in. So first of all, I love these conversation hearts. So I did pull out, this is the Heidi Swap heart stencil. I'm not sure if you can see that or not. So I'm going to try and incorporate that and kind of like put like, you know, like Be Mine, Sweet Pea, Baby Doll, blah, blah, blah on here. I will probably use modeling paste and then paint over top with the modeling paste. So that's kind of one idea that I'm going to go with. The other thing I saw is these doilies. So I have these leftover doilies from my Christmas December dailies, so I'm going to try and incorporate those in. I'm thinking that will be the first thing. And then, of course, teal, because, I mean, you just can't get enough teal. I'm not sure how that's going to all incorporate in. I do like this kind of watercolor look. You know, I'm just not sure exactly how it's all going to play together. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually matte medium these doilies in. I'm just going to kind of put them in random spots. Now these are kind of like, some of them are very intricate and some of them are not. And then after they dry, I'm going to go over that with gesso, just to give me like a plain white surface to work on. So I'm going to do that. I will jump to fast forward, and then as soon as I have that part done, I will come back and we'll explain the next step. Okay, so I'm back and I have all this kind of like subtle texture with the doilies in the background, which I completely love. I'm not sure if I want to add color yet or not. So I'm thinking probably the easiest decision to make right now is I know I want to get these hearts on here. So I'm going to use some light modeling paste. Now, there is some gaps in here. I don't want those gaps. So I'm just going to kind of concentrate the modeling paste right where the hearts are and just kind of, you know, if I have to wipe back some of those spots, I'll wipe back those spots where there's like those gaps, because I don't want those in there. I just want the hearts. So I'm just going to do that. And then after I get the modeling paste down, I'm going to have to let this dry. And then I will come back and kind of make a decision onto what I'm going to do next. All right, so this is dried. I'm not sure if you can see, but it's kind of one of those little things where it's unexpected. You didn't really expect this to happen, but you can see the red doilies kind of have the color leached through to the hearts, which I'm totally okay with. I mean, it's a really neat effect. I think my hearts are going to get covered up, so it's kind of one of those things where, you know, if it works out, it works out. I just have my palette paper out. Now, I saw in the inspiration sheet, as I had mentioned when I was kind of going through my thought process, there was those little kind of tan, kind of beige looking circles. And I think I'm going to somehow play up on maybe just the beige color and the teal color. My teal is packed up because I'm going to class right away. So I'm going to opt for some cobalt turquoise, and I'm hoping that maybe blending it out with the Titan buff, I'll be able to get a little bit of more of a teal color. And I'm going to throw in some Titan white just to kind of blend things out. I want it a little bit lighter in the background, so that way when I do my hearts and I color them, that they kind of pop out a little bit. So that's my thought process. Not really sure how it's going to translate. So we are going to just throw some white down, some cobalt turquoise down, and some Titan buff. Not sure if I'm going to use a paintbrush or if I'm going to use my fingers at this point. I'm just going to get the stuff on the palette, and then I'm going to jump into fast forward, and you will watch the process as it goes. Okay, so I'm kind of really loving the background. I did go over some of the hearts with some paint, but I'm not worried about that because I'm going to fill in these hearts with color. So I'm gonna have to let this dry, but I was thinking if I did a glaze over top of this with like, I don't know, like a dark brown or a black to make these doilies pop out, I think that would make me happier. Just kind of give a little bit of depth to the background. So I'm gonna dry this. I'm gonna figure out what color to do for a glaze, and then we'll be back. Okay, so for those of you who have never seen me do an acrylic glaze before, basically I have raw umber paint here, and this is acrylic glazing fluid. So you're basically going to mix 50-50. The more acrylic glaze you put on, the more transparent it's going to be. Basically, it's a time extender, and it's going to make your paint a little bit more transparent. So it's kind of a fun application to put on, especially if you have a lot of texture going on. So I'm not sure. Well, I know it's going to turn out, so I'm going to put this all over the whole canvas. Don't get freaked out. It looks totally fine. I'm going to put that over the whole canvas. Let it sit for about a minute, minute and a half, and then wipe it back, and then we're going to have a lot of awesome texture that's going to pop out quite a bit more. So I'm going to do that, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I let this sit for, I'm going to say about a minute and a half, maybe less, but it's definitely been a minute. Now I'm going to just take a clean baby wipe and just kind of wipe back in some areas. I'm going to just do an initial buffing at first just to lift up most of that paint, and then I'll come in with a wet, like a clean baby wipe, in order to get where I want it a little bit lighter. But oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, that is awesome right there, just with it picking up those doilies. Oh, hello love. And I'm not worried about those hearts, because we will kind of like amp up those hearts a little bit, but I do want to just kind of like, I like how it just made it a little bit more vintage. I really like that. I know that's not in the inspiration piece, but sometimes you just go with where the flow is, and I'm really digging this, so we're just gonna go with it. Okay, so I came back, kind of looked at it, and I'm like, you know what? I really like the brown heart, so I'm just leaving it as is. So these are going to kind of be more like a vintage-esque kind of conversation heart thing. So what I did is, because I didn't want to like kind of ruin what I had here, so I used my Dymo labeler, and I just changed the format to like either large printout for the words, small, medium, extra small, just to kind of like get that. So then as I'm going along, I'll just like cut them to fit, and I might like just go over them with, because this is, I think, paper, just go over top of the brown with like maybe like a fluid acrylic or something like that, just to dye them a little bit more so that they kind of don't really like pop out so much. So I'm just gonna take, just to show you what I mean. So this one's kind of like a little bit overhanging, so I'm not gonna really measure too much. I'm just gonna kind of trim off the excess, and then these ones you just kind of fold them back. I'll probably go over top of this with a little bit of matte medium just to make sure that they're going to stay down, stay stuck. So and I have no nails, so bear with me. So, and again, just kind of like go, I might have to trim that just ever so slightly, just a little bit, just like that. And then just put it on the heart like so. And then I'm gonna do that for all of those little these little things that I printed out, and then I will be right back. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm actually taking a little bit of fluid acrylic, a little scary, and I'm going right over these words, and then I'm just kind of buffing it out with a wet baby wipe, and that's just going to really take that stark whiteness out of those little dynamo labels, and then that's just going to help everything blend in together. And if the hearts get a little bit whiter, hey, that, or a little darker, that's all part of the fun. So I'm just buffing out that, and then if I have a little bit extra, I might just throw on some of these hearts here just to darken them up a little bit. But that is essentially what I'm doing. You can see that just really antiqued those words a little bit. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to write something in here that kind of reflects my mood. I'm not really sure what that is, so I'm just going to write, and whatever comes to mind, comes to mind. I have some white paint. This is titanium white paint with some what is it called, airbrush medium, and with a fine liner, and then that just creates this nice fluid stuff. So I'm just gonna write something out, and then I think that is going to top it off. So let's just go for it. All right, good thing I checked, because that was fluid matte medium, not white paint. That is white paint. So oh, okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I feel the sentiment is just where I'm at. It's not necessarily reflected on anything else's here, but it kind of does. So it says, do not rush fate, for fate will guide you forward to the path. What did I write? Will guide you forward to what is truly your path. So that was just something that was in me. So it kind of reflects, but not really. It's just where I'm at in my head. But I really love how this whole process came about. So it kind of is bittersweet today, because this is my last Art Party Friday. I'm stepping back from the Crafty Maven Getaway channel. I just have a lot going on. I really am going to miss doing these videos and inspiring you all, and I hope you guys continue to watch over at the Crafty Maven Getaway channel for Art Party Friday. I've had lots of fun participating in with the challenges, and I love the concept of this whole video channel. So I'm very blessed to be a part of it, and I hope one day when life isn't so crazy for me that I can continue and come back. So I wanted to thank you everybody for staying with me on this journey to get to here, and I am trying to do videos over at my channel, which is Maggie Mylow over on YouTube. So I hope you guys come over and check me out, and I will see you guys very soon, I hope, and best of luck to the Crafty Maven Getaway channel for continued success with subscribers, etc. So I look forward to watching more videos on here. So I can't wait to see what the new group of people has to offer, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!